So when we go back to in person, I actually got a new little Calmorn.
Oh, very cool.
That's
When we go
awesome.
back in person, I've got something too.
Oh, here we go.
And I found a puppy.
Puppy.
I mean, it's like to scale.
Well, you all know I have this thing, my dice bag, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now I've got this thing, another dice bag that has all my dice, and I bought more.
Nice.
It's another brand new Critical Role dice bag. So, if anybody would like a donated dice bag, Critical Role one, the original. Nope. Okay.
I wasn't gonna say anything because I was
Too
like,
late.
that's fine.
I'll fill up both of them.
Do it.
Oh, I've got some really pretty ones that I think Damien would love. But they're mine. Nice sharp edges too. Where are they at? Oh, those are just my D4s. Or you cannot go in with the D6s. Stay with your kind. Here they are. That's the new dice.
Oh wow.
Okay, it's not rolling well. It's not good.
See, I don't know if I want to use digital dice. I think I'm gonna use physical dice.
I always use digital.
Let's see. If I roll a nat 20, it's gonna be hard to pick from them.
How's everybody's week anyway, since we had a week off?
It's been all right. Me and Andrew have been a little rough, like financially, because of bills and shit. Like Spectrum charged me twice, so that kind of sucked. But I got.
Well, at least you don't have to worry about the bill next month then.
Yeah, but kind of sucked, to be good. We just killed a mage.
A letter.
I'm actually going to grab my notebook. That way I can write notes. Hello?
I need to go buy some plywood to put right up here. And some foam for sound. Yep. Hopefully she'll be back soon.
Oh, well, that works out. Nice. Notes. I wish I was ambidextrous, but I'm not. Oh, you are? That's awesome. I'm not.
Alright, it looks like she had to restart her computer. Froze up. So, for those of you in my game, did you see that little tidbit in Discord? Well, this was where was it? This was on the last Friday when creating NPCs for you guys, and look how I rolled. And I had rolled those stats. And Joey's like, charming and in good health, nice. Me, it's someone hunting one of you. Oh, and in case y'all didn't know, Suzen's not the only one being hunted.
It's Miyagi. We know. He's so charming. He's.
There's reasons. There's reasons for everything.
I guarantee you, it's for Miyagi because he charmed that little kid, and I almost died.
Well,
due to
that
it.
context. You gotta have context there.
You're right. But you as the DM know what I'm talking about. So does Damien. I almost died twice. I die like I almost go down like in every fight. Like
Oh, it's okay. I killed the cleric in my other game. Just this
last session, it went from fighting a beholder and those flesh or zombies, whatever they were, like half the party not taking any damage, and then walk through a door, get swarmed, try to leave, go down twice. Like I got fucked. I should have disengaged. I was like, oh no.
I'm honestly happy that you went down that way, simply because now Damien gets to have that RP moment. It just worked out perfectly.
Also, I tried to make full use of your character without revealing that you could wild shape. So, yeah, like as a player, I was like, she could wild shape? What the fuck? Like, but I was, yeah, no, I was like, I don't want to spoil this for them. But like, as a player, I was like, there's so many things I could do with this. That book was the other subclass, wasn't it? Or the other class that we could multi-class. Like when I burned, like talking about this game, when I destroyed that book, that was that like as a player, I was like, oh man, what did I do? But as admin, like burn.
That was hilarious.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I just redeemed Mischievous Spirit.
Oh, here, let me do that. Actually, haha, helpful spirit.
Oh, you asked. You asked. It's a good thing. It's a good thing I have 10,000 points.
Mm.
How many do you have?
Finally.
Alright, well.
Yeah, that froze before, so I'm kind of nervous that it might freak out on me again.
I'm happy wherever Kelmore lands. So. I don't know if I understand that.
Edmund definitely doesn't understand that. It's
I have a mace. It needs to be used. It needs to be oiled properly.
We're going live here in a few, right? Got it.
The final season of LA by Night starts this Friday. I know it's a vampire game, but come on, I like
What is it?
It's a vampire game.
No. What was the name of the game?
LA by Night.
Oh, I've heard about that.
Yep, the final season is the 3rd. It starts on the 3rd.
It's a Vampire the Masquerade, right? Like it's that.
Yep.
It's those people. I love that game. Is it like the same? Is like the same style?
Oh yeah, you should definitely check it out. They cosplay up and all that.
Already.
Myself. Hello, everyone. Now you can hear me. I do that almost every single time.
let the games begin.
As you can see, things are a bit different today. I am feeling a lot better. Those of you that don't know, I was in the ER on most of Saturday night because I got a really awful virus and I may still be contagious. So even though I feel better, we're being safe and being online for this session. But nonetheless, it shall be a fun session. I have some special mechanics just for today planned.
We're gonna die.
Oh gosh. No, it's more like how do you want to die? That's what we got all day today. It's like I have this list. You can break your
Trust
arm.
in
You can
your
break
new
your.
tank. Trust in your new tank. I will protect you.
So for context, as far as what Teddy is referring to, I sent them a table of what they want, if they agree to have this table be an effect of having been knocked down to 0 HP and getting back up. Injuries like twisting your back, sprain, and stuff like that. But
Get knocked down. Get up again.
we'll have to
Never
roll a
gonna keep
d12 on that table to see what kind of injury they sustained. Because getting knocked down to 0 HP should have more of an effect of, oh, you were prone, so you spend half your movement to get up.
Taking a nap.
And there were other methods I was considering. There's one method I've heard of where they keep track of negative hit points and you have to heal that many hit points to get back to stable.
Done that. No.
That was an interesting one, but I don't want to be that mean, so...
No, it's better if your party has to drag your body with them while you heal.
Nicefall seems to be talking... Nicefall seems to be... No, he's not talking with helium. He's using a voice modifier thingy since he's online.
Yes, my voice is still normal. I'm just using a mod that I use in my other game because now I have access to it in this game. Ooh,
Glad to see you, Disciple, as always. And hello, Pink. And we have the favorite character polls back this time. So if during the session one of these characters does something that you think is absolutely hilarious, detrimental, or just your favorite moment of the session, you can do exclamation point vote and then their name. So either Kelmorn, Jalen, Valkyrie, or Edmund. and you can give them a vote, and they will get a special little bonus in the game.
Isn't detrimental bad?
Yes.
Okay. Just all right.
If you're their favorite because you like just threw utter catastrophe at your party, then that's their choice. Like,
Not anymore,
Other
Kelmorn. Not anymore,
catastrophe.
Kelmorn.
I know. Calmorn is saying now I have to wrap my head around this.
yes, and for
Yeah.
those of you who might have missed last session, Kelmorn is indeed sane now. He is
Which is scarier.
He is
Yeah.
converted to be following Ayun now, which
Oh, sorry. Please go ahead.
which is where their current mission is headed towards. A temple in the mountains to recover a tome of Ayun. What were you going to say, Night's Fall?
Calmorn is more protective at this point, and probably more protective to the one person who was actually nice to him.
First person to PvP the party gets my vote. Disciple, calm down with your shenanigans. Also, does it count if you're controlled or commanded?
We've had plenty of command moments in this game.
yes, we have.
I still
Yeah.
have that. I still have
Yeah.
that spell. I still
Oh
have it.
God. Shoot.
Alrighty. And with that, we shall return. You guys have been traveling for about a week before you encountered a fairly talented mage that you were able to take down thanks to action economy. And you discovered a letter seeming to tie them to Jalen,
Injuries.
Kyrie, and Edmund. This letter also informed you that this mage had a husband. And that is where we left off. The music got perfectly ominous.
All right. So if I remember correctly, I'm the one that has the letter last, right? I'm the one who has it.
Mhm.
All right.
Because you looked at the symbols.
Right. So I'm just gonna. Okay. I'm going to try to get in character. This is the people that killed my family.
Really?
I've been carrying this symbol with me the whole time.
Well,
My family, my people. I have to get them. I have to kill them.
Calmorn will walk up and just slightly pat his back. Oh, as we lost Josh.
We lost
He
him.
blinked out.
Yeah. Calmorn will just slightly pat his back and then say,
I'll help you. Whatever you need.
Camera work. There we go. Switch you.
but then we'll back up respectfully and wait for him to process all that.
There we go. I'm back. Sorry.
Let's go.
I think we should talk first and kind of compare some notes and figure out what we're dealing with.
I'm going to kill him.
I will help
He's
you.
a necromancer. He's
Kyrie speaks true. You're a hunter, right? When you hunt something, you try to understand it. For your hunting party, let's understand our prey.
I feel like this is all a big puzzle, and we each have a piece, but we need to put them together to see where everything fits.
might not be much of a help with that. Most of my puzzle pieces are fragmented.
I just want to know what we're killing and who we're killing. Then some.
Edmund, do you recall
Ed-
that in the letter it mentioned killing
Edmund.
a clan of...
Edmund,
Yes,
it says right here. I mean, it. That's my.
As a
That's my.
player,
And,
as a player, I know. As a player, I know.
all right.
Um.
So I'm gonna hand this to Edmund and be like, "You're with me, right? This is." This.
I'm trying to think of what to say as a character. Because I know what to say as a player, but I'm trying to word it with a 5 charisma.
So, where are these people at?
That's a good question.
I don't know.
So it's a cult? Is it
You
a
know,
group of mages?
I
What is
think. I believe the Black Archer has put me on this path, and I have a feeling
It's a
that
cult.
if the tome has something to do with this, and
Well, let's walk and talk.
let's start heading towards there and see.
Let's walk and talk. So, Kyrie, you said it's a cult?
As a character, I want to start looking see if I can find tracks of where she was at, where she came from.
You did this last session. I know it's been a while,
Oh,
but you did last session. You found a few footsteps leading up to where Kyrie was sitting within the campgrounds, but once it got to the trees, you couldn't find anything.
Okay.
So, it's a cult. Are these cultists linked with the purebloods at all, or is this something completely different?
I don't know. I really don't know much about them except for that they've been after me since before I was born.
If, and this is just a thought, if they were with the purebloods, we would have been targeted a lot sooner. And we killed a lot of people. So, it
Edmund.
doesn't make sense to me.
Edmund, or Elmore's face goes down a little bit when you say that.
So you all continue along your way.
Yep. Well, that's really in my character. It'd be like, I have a name and I have a destination, and
So, what do you know of these people?
are you talking to me? When I was
Yes. Tell me.
Are you
I'm
checking on your horses?
when I was a boy,
Is Moto still there? Please tell me Moto's still there.
you know, I'm trying to be serious.
Yes, your horses are still there.
When I was about 13, we were set upon by an army of undead, led by a necromancer, and I was the only one that survived. I only survived because a tree fell on me and basically hid me until I could get out. But I won't forget his face and the army of undead that he commanded to come through and wipe us out.
So, all we have to go on is a cult as undead and a symbol and a name. Is anybody forgetting to mention anything?
What was the name again? I was busy burning cloak.
I'm gonna butcher this name. I'm sorry. Belnary? Sambra? I butchered that name, didn't I?
Close enough.
Okay.
Well, I think that we took care of the female's body enough that she won't be raised. So, there's that.
I parents might be able to help a little bit with details, but I mean, there were a lot of people, as far as I know. Like, that's why I've been on the run and I'm careful because I don't know who's part of them and who isn't.
Well, I'm not.
Aaron Sambra.
So, how about we get this book and keep our options open, but definitely, Kyrie, maybe checking in on your parents would be a nice, it's a nice option for more information. Someone has a better idea?
Isn't Ayun the knowing mistress? And Edmund's gonna look towards Kelmorn. Do you think you can like talk to her? Maybe
I
send
don't think I have that. I was almost able to do that with Thursday, but I'm less of a. I'm more of a champion than a conduit.
okay.
Out of character, I don't have the commune spell.
Yeah,
I'm not
no,
a cleric.
I-
No.
Yeah, no, I
Um,
figured.
You could always try to pray.
Good.
I'll try it when we stop for a rest. I think we should move and start our rest again because obviously, if anything, the I'm sure the female told people where she was going to be at. Maybe setting up a little whiles away while we still have can keep eyes on this place. And if anybody else shows up, maybe keep them alive for questioning.
We'll see.
Keeping them alive for questioning will lead you to him quicker.
But they don't
Well, I
have
think-
fingers.
And they still have to answer after they answer our questions.
Every
Fair.
lie we break a finger.
So,
Kelmorn will start to try to move camp. I'd say about 60 feet away, where we can still have some good eyes on. Maybe have a lookout in the tree.
So, are you going further away from the road to either side, like parallel to the road, or?
I think we should stay on the same side and further away.
Okay.
Because if we're on the other side, then that just opens up a whole nother can of worms. We have to look through the road and all that. If we're on the same side, at least we can have direct line of sight.
All right. Easy enough. You're able to do so. You can go ahead and get in your long rests if you need to.
Ooh, yes.
Yes. Rest button.
Edmund.
Oh, and we leveled up, right? Great.
Ha ha ha. Edmund, you get that dream again of yourself in wolven form being soothed and calmed by the elfin woman.
Well, fun. Can I interact like at all? Or is this more of like I'm just kind of like vibing out to her?
Roll a wisdom
Doing her
check
thing.
for me.
What sort of check?
A wisdom.
Oh, at least it's not charisma. Still just as bad. That's a 6.
Oh,
No, you are not able to, like, lucid dream. Because that's basically what that situation would be.
Yeah, I don't have the most common sense. So, not the most common sense.
Jalen, you are plagued with nightmares. That night happening in your mind all over again. The mud stuck below you, the rain pouring over you, the weight of the tree you can practically feel on your chest. But it's not just the tree, you feel the weight of everything going on as you're unable to help your family. You hear the cries, but eventually they stop. Eventually, it's nothing but rain and footsteps getting further away until those stop too. And you are alone in the mud and rain, not being able to see but knowing what has happened. Kyrie, you too are plagued with nightmares. Flashes of running away, of being hunted, of you and your parents being in danger. That feeling of being a child, never feeling safe, lost and scared, returns to you. But then you hear the sound of a woman humming that starts to calm you. And starts to remind you that no, you're older, you're stronger, you can handle this now. You can face this now. Kelmorn, you have dreams of the temple, of the day that you were in the temple, falling, but every time you go to grab Therisdune's book, it changes to a fully marbled room and a statue of Ayun holding out her hand. You finish your long rest and you wake up in the morning.
Calmorn will grab 4 pieces of white cloth.
Would you all mind coming here for a little bit?
Sure.
And as hopefully everyone comes up, we'll start wrapping. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say Edmund would come up. A little cautious, but oh well.
He'll start
It's not you.
He'll start wrapping the right white cloth around people's left hand while uttering a few words, and I'm going to cast aid on everyone. You gain 5 temporary hit points. Your maximum is increased by 5 for 8 hours.
Nice. Nice.
There, that should make you able to take another hit or so.
Is anybody
You're
not?
muted, Heidi.
I cast silence.
Yeah. You will notice that looking at Shuri, her hair is no longer red. It is a shimmering gold color, and my eyes are now silver, and my skin is a light suntan color, and my flowers in my hair are white and aqua colored. and I just kind of have a little bit of a pissed off look on my face.
So Jalen,
I have switched to summer mode.
as he wakes up, pissed off, like just starts packing his just putting stuff, whatever, just swords, whatever. Just looks over and says like, "What? Huh?" You can't like. I pause, and then go back to doing my thing.
Someone's gonna do an insight check just to see if you can understand how Fury is changed. That's a 20. That's up to you. If I would understand that you look a little bit more pissed off.
Oh, I would think so. Yeah. And I'm certainly not hiding it.
Then
Well, this should help you take more of a hit. Let's find something for you to hit.
Good. I really feel like hitting something. Kicking something right in the balls would feel awesome right now. Don't worry, I won't do it to you.
No, we'll take a
I do
step
back
back.
up a step.
I don't kick myself. Especially
Edmund
not
is
there.
Not scared. Edmund is not scared at all. The other two took a step back, and he's like, "Oh,
And he's like, "Does that cost extra?"
Good to know. I'll roll the count. I'll roll the count.
Good friends
Wow.
always kick friends.
Shall we go find this book and I'm sure find some challenges to test us.
Do we want to head back to where we camped the other time
Absolutely.
and see if there were any more tracks?
Jalen, would you like to take the lead there?
Go
Yeah,
ahead and
sounds
do
like
a
a good idea.
survival check.
Me? Oh,
You're the ranger. Yeah.
I know. 16. No, I know. I was kidding.
Alright.
Anytime a DM says survival, I was like, what?
Don't forget, everybody. You have 5 temporary hit points.
You scope over it, and you're able to fairly easily differentiate your tracks from what would be anyone else's. There wasn't any rain or anything, so there's still those ones from when the woman had gone up to Kiri, but otherwise there doesn't seem to be any new tracks.
We have embers sniff around.
Sure. I don't know if I've ever sent you the stats for the Hellhound. One moment. But I'll go ahead and roll for her while I pull that up for you. Alright.
Well,
what are you having her sniff for?
for new tracks, I guess. I mean, anything. What am I having a sniff for? Oh, I can have her sniff the letter and see if there's any of that familiar smell with the letter with the tracks around.
Okay, go ahead and give me animal handling.
I can
Ooh, this
give you
better
guidance.
be good. Are you kidding me? I got a 1.
Yeah, all the guidance in the world wouldn't help you.
You've got to feed her, and she smells your hand.
It could be.
Thank you for the follow. We keep our follows on here because not everybody likes to be called out. But glorious time to follow on a nat 1 from the ranger to do an animal handling check.
Horrible. It's like almost having a rogue that can't steal. It's so weird. Yeah, it was me too.
Alright, there's your little hellhound stats.
Okay.
Everybody has a bad day.
You had a bad day. Oh my goodness. Knight's Lady, thank you for Knight's Fall, thank you for gifting a sub to Knight's Lady.
That was random, and yeah, I don't think they'll be watching.
And hello, Sina, welcome in. Is that how you say that?
Cats in the background. They are playing.
Cats are
It's
adorable.
more like the kitten's annoying the older cat.
Well,
It's like play with.
okay.
And currently Ember wants to
I
be
can
played with.
have-
She doesn't want to sniff around. She wants to play. That's why she's like, she thinks you're trying to play with her.
I can have Belmar sniff around. He has advantage on perception checks that rely on smell.
All right, go ahead and go roll with your little familiar.
In the
Let's
time
see,
I've
what
been
would that
gone,
be?
I've been replaced. Everyone has a pet that can sniff better than Edmund.
Aw.
Sorry. It's alright.
Well, I mean, to be fair, if you went to werewolf form, right, that should increase.
I don't think it does. I think it increases my HP
Oh.
and stuff.
25.
Okay. You have him sniff the letter and then sniff around, and he kind of smells around the area where your footprints had been previously and goes a little bit into the woods, but then seems to lose track. You get the sense that they must have teleported into this area, so their scent just kind of...
Sorry, guys. I think he just wants, like, pastries or something right now. His mind is not where it should be.
He kind of huffs
But
at
it looks-
you,
I mean,
like...
if I had to guess, they had to teleport.
He kind of huffs at you, like, I did my job.
I'll give him
Cool.
scritches. I
Puffs
know
of
you
smoke comes out of his
did.
nose.
Alright, so do you continue along the road?
Yes.
Alright. As you continue on the way, the woods remaining on your left-hand side, some scattered trees off to the right, but not as dense. You see that some of them start to show burn marks. And the more you go, the more and more charred the trees are. To the point where you get to a vast opening where it seems like trees were almost blasted away. And you see a short sword plunged into one tree within the center of the clearing, completely black and charred.
I'll go take a look. I'm not touching the sword. That's Edmund's job.
I'll go touch the fucking
Not now. Let me go investigate first. Go take a look at the trees and take around, see if I can figure out what's going on.
Okay. I will let you choose between investigation and nature.
They're both the same, so we'll do investigation. Are you... Another one.
You have never seen something like this before. Oh boy, that's a sword in a tree and lots of dead things around it.
I would definitely like to investigate as well. But then I'm going to look
I'm just going to go take a nap and...
I'm going to look at Kyrie and say,
Would you mind guiding me on this? I'm not still getting used to.
Of course.
my investigation is not all that great, but and then add a D4. Okay, that's 13.
Okay. You investigate around and you get the sense that whatever happened here definitely has to do with something about this sword. This is no ordinary sword.
I will cast Detect Magic as a ritual.
Okay.
Actually, no, I can't do it as a ritual. I have to use a spell slot.
Okay. Thank you. You do so, and there is definitely magic emanating from this sword. You feel almost... It feels like it should be familiar. It feels primal, yet familiar. It feels almost like a magnifier.
I will relay this to the party. And say,
Well, always was the crazy one.
and I pick up the sword.
Go ahead and do a strength check to pull the sword out of the tree.
11.
So you go, well, I always was the crazy one. It moves a bit, but it doesn't come all the way out.
I will try a different angle.
I need some help, buddy.
Admin comes in. This looks like a job for me.
I'm gonna grab the end of the sword. Just be like, alright, I'll help.
I'll roll with advantage then.
And,
Good, 'cause
and you're being a gnome, like I'm just towering over you, just holding it with one hand.
that's a 21.
Very nice. Also, if you haven't had water today, go have water. Thanks for the H2O reminder. With the
No, I
20,
think I'll have...
alcohol does not count. With the 21, you were able to successfully free the short sword from the tree. I will place it in your inventory later. It is the actual, like, blade stopper portion, the part that's directly next to the blade that stops other blades when you're sword fighting. That portion
Hilt?
is... Well, the whole thing is the hilt.
Right.
So,
oh, the
but
guard, whatever. Yeah.
yeah, the guard specifically is like an aged gold almost, but not like a green aged, like a distressed gold. And the hilt is wrapped in a red and orange fabric. There is a bright orange gem embedded in the hilt itself at the very end.
I
Also,
will
hi,
actually
Gamer.
I will also look at what my other party members are carrying. I believe Jalen is carrying a short sword.
Jalen is actually carrying 2 short swords.
I will hand the sword over to Jalen.
Okay, you hand over the sword.
I haven't said I accepted yet. Hold on. Thinking, looking at it. I'm looking at the surroundings. I'll accept it.
Okay, you take the sword. Nothing happens.
Elmore doesn't use a short sword, so if it's a magical weapon, which it is, might as well go to somebody who's going to use it.
Well, what does Edmund use?
Rapiers. Edmund's his own magical weapon. He cuts himself and his weapons become magical. So, besides, if it's an attunement slot, I'm already filled up.
All right, so I'll pack
Nothing
it.
attuned.
So I'll pack it, but I won't equip it.
Okay. So you have it, but you're not attuning to it or anything right now.
Correct.
Okay.
I think that's the right choice right now.
Well, if you attune to it, you know what it
Yeah.
Oh, let's be surprised later when we actually need it.
is. Well, then you won't have a chance to attune to it later.
It takes
Live
time to
dangerously.
attune.
Doesn't it take like a short rest?
And this is about midday. You guys have been
Yeah,
traveling for a
So
while,
we're just gonna
so.
let's keep going until we come to a rest, and then I'll figure it out then.
Okay. So you take the sword, and those of you proficient in nature can almost hear a sigh from the wildlife as the sword is taken away. And you continue
That's not me.
along your path.
I will feed Bob.
Pocket bacon.
And we have another helpful spirit redeemed. Thank you. You continue along your way, and eventually you get to the bottom of the mountain range. You see that there's a campsite set up, as well as a large wooden box. Not necessarily a chest, but a large wooden box that's just got scrawled on it in a few different languages. Take and leave in the campsite itself.
What time of day is it currently? I know you said previously it was midday, but like, is it turning dusk at this point?
By the time you get to the edge of the mountains, yes, it is getting to dusk.
So it says take one, leave one. So it's like a lending library.
You can gather as much. Do you look inside?
Not yet. Wait a minute.
Wait a minute, just above game talk. If it was at the library, how fucked up would it have been if I just took a book and put that other book back?
Something Calmorn would have done.
Before.
But Calmorn does lift the box open.
You open it up, and you see various bits of winter gear inside. It seems like people who climb the mountain don't feel like carrying all the heavy mountain climbing gear afterwards, and they've developed a system to just leave it here for anyone who needs it, and once they get to the other side, they leave it on the other side.
I hope they left an extra small.
I'll start distributing the winter gear to people according to sizes, and hope they have a gnome size one.
You go through, you are able to find some elf and human sized easily enough.
I need the largest size. The largest. Absolute largest.
You want it for when you
Casey
go
Wolf's
wolf
out.
boy?
Yes, I do. I do want the
Wolf boy in a parka.
Someone got it.
Alright, I'll say you're able to find
That's
half
fur
orc.
lining on fur lining.
Yeah, that's half. The largest you can find is half orc size. There's not much larger than that.
It's
It's pretty
stretchy,
good
though.
big. Yeah.
It's stretchy. That's what we need.
It's spandex. Great.
Wolf
Is it
boy in
made of the same
spandex.
material?
It's
Is it made
thanks.
of the same material as the Hulk's pants?
He's a wolf boy in Spanx.
No boy.
If there was ever any artist in
And a
be
mischievous
watching,
spirit.
now is the perfect time.
There are some talented artists in our community. Speaking of, new artist feature down below. If you scroll down, if you're on the computer, there's new art that was drawn of me, and I love it. Atlas, if you're watching, thank you again. And as far as gnome-sized clothing, the closest you're able to find is some halfling and some probably human children clothing.
If I don't find anything that puts me Gilmorn, we'll just take that as a sign and kill the sucker on. He's early into repenting right now.
Okay. So you guys take some of the gear. Do you leave anything for when you take the gear, or just...
Why don't they seem to leave?
I'll leave a
Please.
gold piece.
Okay. Do you guys set up camp for the night?
So where are we at for is it starting to get dusk?
Yes, it's getting to dusk. You're at the base of the mountain. You would have to start climbing right now, and it's starting to get darker, so it...
Alright, so we need to start setting up camp.
I think we should set up.
Are you going to do so
Yeah,
within the
just,
campsite, or...
I think we should start setting up camp where we have eyes on. Wait,
Do you want me to make a tiny hut?
that'll work.
That'll keep everybody warm.
Alright. So you guys go ahead and set up the tiny hut, and you all go in. And you do notice it is starting to get brisker outside. It's starting to turn from autumn to winter.
I fucking hate the cold.
So tell us how you really feel about it.
You have your own fur lining. That doesn't really make much sense.
So right.
I still get cold.
He's his own best
Here,
friend.
I have an idea. When we climb, Kilmore, hop on my back. You can fit under this cloak. You'll be warm too.
Sounds like a plan.
So when you guys exit the hut in the morning after your long rest, do you
Wait a minute.
who's first?
Wait a minute. I wanted to attune to the sword over there that night.
Okay. So you take the time to attune to the sword before or after you rest?
I guess before this is going to be bad. But before. So yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, like we get everything set up. So here's how I imagine it. Like we get everything set up, like before anybody really does anything. You know, feed Ember, and then just sit and study the sword.
Okay. So you have Ember in your lap, who kind of seems to nuzzle the hand with the sword as you're studying it. And as you take the time to attune to it, you discover that this short sword has the capability of, let me make sure I read this correctly, of doubling all fire damage dealt while wielding it.
Does it matter where the fire's coming from? Or do we find that out later?
You'll find that out as you use it.
All right.
I saw that.
I'm just thinking, like, I have a Crimson Right that lets me do extra fire damage, so thinking, like, as a player, like, oh, can it light itself on fire? That's my question.
He's got to mess around with it to see what it can do.
Fuck with it. Fuck with it, Teddy. Fuck with it. As a player, I'm excited. Ethan has no fucking idea. It's like, I got 2 Reapers.
All right. So you know what? Here's what I do. I'll go outside the tent.
Mm-hmm.
Just so you know, because I, you know.
As soon
Far
as you
away
step
from the tent.
outside, you step into some animal shit. One of the horses shit outside the house.
You'd think as a ranger, I would have expected that. Or maybe I was just too excited about the sword.
Let's look at your history of rolls today.
Had to have a mischievous spirit show up there.
You're
Aw.
like me when I first came back.
All right.
So where will the luck go next week? Me too.
It's like, who's got the cursed dice of the week?
I just switched out my dice set online, so hopefully that helped.
All right,
All right,
so
so I'm gonna go out and be like, just like, you know, just
you're trying to see if it'll light on fire.
yes.
You're swinging it around, focusing on, like, the rage you feel and the, like, heat you can feel in it. And, like, wanting this thing to just ignite. And you feel it getting warmer, and then realize it's just because you're sweating.
Oh.
You didn't yell flame on.
Gwen, hold on, I haven't got that far yet. I'm going to do my Thundercat first. Thunder. Thunder Ralph Ho? No? Flame on? Go flame go? They're lighter?
You look around for a gizmo and you
Fireproof.
do not see a gadget.
Look down the barrel.
Go flame.
Alright. Alright, so I'll just put it away.
After messing around with it, you feel like you need to ignite the sword yourself, and then it will.
Okay, so I'm gonna take the I don't know how I can do this with one. Like I'd set it down to do it, right? Like I'd set it down to go with my.
You'd still be attuned to it. Like, you're not trying to get rid of it or cast it aside. You're not, like,
stick it in the
leaving range of
campfire.
it.
Oh,
Stick
do
it
we-
in the campfire.
Oh yeah, let me go put it in the campfire. There we go. That's a good idea. Yeah, so
All right. You place it in the campfire, and the flames wisp around the sword, and are almost in like a constant flame tornado around the sword.
This is cool. All right, now how do I?
Like a magic birthday candle. You can't
No,
blow it.
no,
It
flame
comes
off.
back on. Blow it out.
As soon as you think about extinguishing the flame, it goes out.
Ooh, all right.
You need an external flame in order to start. Oh my goodness! Epicness! Thank you for the raid! We're being raided! Hello! Thank you. Welcome in. We are at a very fun point where they've gotten one of their first found magical items. And they're kind of
Flaming
experimenting
sword
with it.
or pen. Sword.
And I gave it away, just so you know. Remember that.
Alright. So I take it you continue on?
Yeah. So now I'm decamping or taking everything down, putting gear on, and ready to go.
Yep. You got in your long rest, unless there was anything else anyone else wanted to do. Alright. And come sunrise, you guys are able to, we got double shoutouts for epicness. For anyone who wanted to, get going. Who's gonna lead the way climbing the mountain? There's, like, definitely a set path, but it is it's an incline.
I think I don't know if I'm actually. Hold on, give me 1 second. Let me see. If proficient in nature. So, but I am. I have my natural explorer. I am particularly familiar with the type of natural environment and traveling mountain.
Nice.
So,
Arr. So you kind
look, I'm useful.
of you take the
So
charge.
I'll take the lead. Step
Eh.
there.
It gives
don't
us
step
additional
there.
bonuses as a group.
See, difficult terrain doesn't slow us down. We can't be lost except for magical means. We always remain alert to danger. So I'm not traveling alone. Moving forward, you'll find twice as much food. I'm not sure we're out in food right now, but I think we're good. And while tracking creatures, you learn their exact number and sizes and how long ago they passed through the area.
Here you go. That'll definitely help us out.
Yeah.
All right. You guys begin to make your way up the mountain, making quicker time than 3 of you would have expected to make going through the mountains.
It's all because the gnome is on Edmund's back.
No, the gnome is actually going to be walking. It's not going to take.
You're not to the snowy bits yet.
Okay.
But as
He's
you
not going to take any easy. He's not going to take it easy.
I've got Spider-Man gloves, so I can just.
didn't you trade those?
I still have them in my inventory. I don't know who has them, if I gave them to somebody, but apparently I still have them in my inventory. So.
Okay.
Weren't they
We'll
more
go with
like
that.
sucker gloves? Not spider.
Yeah, the octopus
Yeah,
gloves.
no,
I'm
the
pretty sure I
octopus
remember you
gloves.
showing them to Ursula at some point. I don't remember if she actually purchased them from you.
You could have used that on your date with Ursula there.
Oh.
Ay. Moving right along.
It was a very nice dinner. Nothing happened. We just talked.
You continue on, kind of reminiscing on your dates as you walk through. And
Edmund's back there eating as he's walking on a mountain. It's all right.
Yeah. Yeah. Edmund's hungry, dude.
nothing
Why are you
happens.
guys looking at me? I'm just eating.
Ember is kind of like staring up at you, like big old puppy dog eyes at your food, and at you.
But first I'm gonna make sure nobody sees it.
Well, I'm going to roll perception on that.
Go ahead and roll sleight of hand, Edmund. Oh goodness.
That's terrible.
Here's
Not
some
as bad as
PvP
me.
for you, disciple. A 3 on the perception. What was the sleight of hand?
6.
10.
Oh no, I'm sorry, my bad. That was me.
I got a 10 on sleight of hand.
So you managed to do it enough where Ember just kind of looks like she's still playing around. And she just kind of grabs it mid-jump.
Nice.
And as you guys go up further and further in the mountains, you realize that this path is most likely going to lead you up and over rather than through. It doesn't seem like there's any caves or passageways or tunnels through. And it begins to get snowy as it also hits dusk as you guys are nearing the top.
So I'm assuming we spent all day just trying to get up and it's
Yes.
getting dusk.
You're near the top. It's starting to get dark.
So what's our surroundings like? Is it like a plateau that we can actually camp at, or is it still like a path where it's just like I'm just picturing like the path like the Appalachian Trails was like it's just
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
pretty
a mountain.
jagged
Oh, the Rocky
pass
Mountains,
on the through the mountains. It's you Jalen, go ahead since you're leading the troop. Go ahead and give me a perception check. And since it's mountains, I will give you advantage.
oh hold on let me redo it. I mean I got a 23 at the one roll, so is that okay?
Yeah. You're able to see that if you travel for another couple hours, maybe kind of pushing you guys, you can see that Ember is getting tired. Bob and Kiri's little familiar are also getting tired. But you can see that it seems like it goes flat a ways ahead.
Someone
can-
tell them that if we push on a couple more hours, we should be a place where we can camp.
I think it's a good idea to push on.
Yeah, I think so too.
I'll have Bob wrap around my neck to keep him warm.
Okay. And you are definitely feeling the cold as you continue on, and you feel the crunching of the snow beneath your feet. You see the mountain eventually does give way in a large, flat cliff before about another 80 feet where it begins to rise to a peak again. On the cliff, you see large, furry, white mammals with small snouts, about the size of, let's say, buffalo, with 4 horns on either side, or 4 horns, 2 on each side. They have big blue eyes with no whites and small pupils. They look incredibly soft and warm, and kind of glance over at you when you graze up over the peak and just kind of dismiss you and go back to kind of gathering together to rest for the night.
Dinner?
There's 6 of them. Are you going to attack?
Well, I'm thinking. Hold on.
I think that maybe
Um,
we
Pretty.
I mean,
give them some food and maybe we can use them for warmth. Sleep when
I'd
there's
rather
fire.
do that if we can.
Or sleep underneath the hut and use them for cover.
fine, but soon we're going to find food.
Well, sure, but
I have plenty of pocket bacon for me and Bob.
So would I not know what they are?
It's going pretty foul by this point. It's been a week since you guys were in the city. And what was that, Jalen?
Would I know what they are? Like, would I know I have a history of what they are?
Roll a. What's better for you, history, nature, or just general wisdom?
Nature.
Okay, go ahead and roll that for me.
Living a nomadic lifestyle, would
18.
Edmund have any idea what these are?
You can go ahead and roll a check for me too if you want, Edmund. 18, you know that these beasts are known as skirja. They are herbivores and are generally fairly peaceful.
30-20.
Very nice. You would also know of them. They're skirja. They are
Good
very
eating, or-
much like large, fluffy cattle almost. They are herbivores. They are very friendly. And people would often like make exchanges with them for warmth, like to use them as like pillows.
Like the whole thing?
Like they would
Like
let people lean on them and whatnot in exchange for food or something given to them.
Are they similar looking to like when like cows get like
Or
blow
rams?
dried and they're like super fluffy?
Yes, they're very fluffy.
Okay.
But they have like 4 horns instead of 2, and they're small horns, so they're not like big bull horns, they're small.
What are they eating on?
Well, they're currently trying to find a place to rest.
Right. but
Like they're
she's-
settling down.
Right. So you make it, but are they? They're eating on something, right? They were like they're grazing.
No.
Oh.
You can look around and see if you want to figure out what their food source might be.
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a survival check for me.
18. Oh, it's much better to just roll.
Okay. With an Hi, Mama. With an 18, you are able to scrounge around and find that there are some small gray mushrooms that are growing out of some of the bits of rock from underneath the snow. These are Arctic shrooms. They only grow in cold environments.
You had me at shrooms. I'm gonna eat one. No.
We're on top of a mountain, and so you decide, oh, I'm gonna do shrooms.
I've done worse.
Perfect time.
No, so I'm gonna pluck some of the shrooms. I'm gonna they like
Can you like milk the cow things?
Are you gonna check for an udder?
that's not an udder.
Well, I don't know. That's what I'm asking.
You're asking in character?
Oh,
Yeah.
please roll 1 in perception.
What would I roll?
Are you asking in character or are you checking to see
Well, both. Because I want to know, and also my character wants to know.
Okay, so the two of you that are familiar with the beast would know that they provide a milk that's very much akin to goat's milk. And you can go ahead and roll a perception check to find an udder amongst the fluff.
Sorry.
Calmorn will just be setting out camp waiting for the tiny dog.
14.
Okay. Without like trying to invade their personal space, you kind of look around and you catch a glimpse of what is probably skin tone amongst the fur, but it's hard to tell without actually going up to the creatures.
We'll bring one in so we can sleep with it and keep us warm.
You're gonna try and bring one into the hut? I don't think it would fit
No.
through the door.
I don't think it's gonna fit.
That's true. Never mind.
Besides, the temperature is controlled inside the hut, so we should be fine.
But I am going to store
That's
some
why
of
I
the
made the
mushrooms.
hut.
Just to get an overall inventory, how are we doing on food?
Well, we should all have gotten 10 days worth
The ration.
And you've traveled for about a week and a half, yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna
So-
start gathering some of these mushrooms.
Okay.
So I have, not counting the 10 additional days that we had.
I'll say
I
you're able
have-
to gather 8 portobello-sized Arctic shrooms.
Nice.
I have 10 more days of rations. And so I would have a total of like, instead of a week and a half, so probably 7, 8, 9, 10. So yeah, we would be out of the 10 days, and I still have 10 more days of rations.
All right, so I have 4. So I only have 5 days left.
Jalen,
Well, plus
I
the
only have
mushrooms.
3.
Jalen, can't you make good berries?
No.
Even like after you sleep?
I could learn it. Yeah.
That might be a good idea.
Some Arctic
The most
shrooms
fucked
and
up
some.
thing popped in my head. As a player, the most fucked up thing popped in my head.
What?
Dahmer party?
Well, the
Party
druid
four?
come out shape, right? So, just take a little bit off the top, a little bit off that, and then there you go, free food. But yeah, practically a Delver party.
As we are setting up and we're about to go, I am going to try to just pray for guidance from my.
Okay, so you're gonna attempt to pray to Ayun. Alright, what are you saying to reach out to her?
Show me. Okay.
Show me the path to open eyes, to spread knowledge, to break the chains, bind that bind us by the ankle.
Yep, that's it. Very simple to the point.
Okay. You do not get an immediate response, but as you take your long rest, you end up dreaming of, like, when you're a child and you're playing in the snow and you try to step in the same footprints as someone that walked in the snow before you. And you all can get in a nice long rest if you need it.
Rest button.
Oh, so I guess our hit points are back down to 67, right? I mean, it's been.
Back down to whatever your
Oh,
max
yeah.
is, yeah.
Whatever
Yep,
yours are.
I didn't cast 8 again because I wanted to save it because it is. I only get 2 second level slots anyway. I did it right after the attack just in case there was reprisal. So I still have it prepared in case we need it later.
And you all get up in the morning, and as you exit the hut, you see that there is a portion of the cliffside or the plateau that the Skirja are avoiding now that they're up and walking around.
I'm gonna investigate that.
And you go over, and the Skirja pay you no mind as you approach, and you can now see that there is a large hole lined with carved stone and a rope fastened to the top that leads into the hole. This is the entrance you used before, Kelmorn.
What you got there?
The way in. I'll lead the
Same
way.
here. You been here before?
I think so. I'll lead the way.
Okay.
I start climbing down after I
Okay.
test the rope for its strength.
Go ahead and give me either an athletics or acrobatics check, depending on whether you're full climbing or like rappelling.
9. Ooh, I only have a +3 in athletics, so
I said you could choose between athletics or acrobatics, depending on
acrobatics is +0.
which one. Okay.
Gnome.
I'm a gnome in heavy armor. I have a +0 dex. I hit stuff.
Go ahead and do me a dexterity saving throw as you begin
I do have-
sliding down the rope.
Okay, that is a 24.
Okay.
I
You're
can
able
save.
to you're able to catch yourself after losing your grip. There's a bit of a thud as you kind of slam into the side of the wall that the rope is on. But
Or like.
You okay?
I'm fine. It's safe.
the rope is
fine.
holding sturdy, though. You
I
finish the rest of the climb. Who goes next?
I'll go next.
Okay, go ahead. Athletics or acrobatics?
Acrobatics.
And you can all just go ahead and roll your
I got an
athletics or
8.
acrobatics. Oh boy, dexterity saving throw time. Catch yourself.
I move out of the way.
19.
Okay. You're able to catch yourself a little bit closer to the bottom than Calmorn did, but you're able to catch yourself. And again, you deal with that same thunk on the side.
Okay. I'll go. I'm gonna guide myself.
Hi, Atlas. Your art's down below.
Acrobatics. Oh, I got a 24 without even guiding using the D4. So.
Nice. You just scale down real easy. You rappel down gracefully and effortlessly. Edmund.
Edmund, as soon as like everyone starts going down, Edmund wants to look and survey the area, just in the event that we were followed.
Okay, go ahead and roll a perception check.
Damn, smart.
I mean, my rolls will be good. That's a 14.
Okay. You do not notice anyone paying you attention.
Anyone paying me attention? Like there's other people, or I don't see
There's the
them?
Skirja.
Oh, okay. I was like, hmm?
Druids can wild shape.
But so acrobatics. Natural 20 for a total of 27.
Very nice. Somehow, even more gracefully than Kiri, you're able to just rappel down, almost as if you're trying to show off and land with a little flourish.
You know what, Edmund?
Over here landing. Over here landing.
Edmund, I think you have a future in dance.
We do gymnast pose, like the landing.
Yeah, like I don't think anyone's following us, but I can't really be certain.
We'll deal with it if it comes.
What type of room are we in?
I will show you. Boop. Da, 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 da. So there is gray stone carved on the walls throughout you. This is very clearly the temple that you were in before. I will give you advantage on checks to go through and follow your footsteps if that's what you choose to do, or go through and avoid the places you went if that's what you choose to do.
Oh, I'm following my footsteps.
Okay.
And I just kind of look to the party and I'll say,
This way, but keep your eyes open.
So what's the pecking order here?
Calborn will lead.
I think Edmund would stay in the very back to make sure like nothing's following us.
Okay.
I'll go after Kelmorn.
Okie
Okay.
dokie. Boop-a-doop-a-doo.
The only bad thing is like we're so close. I can't really bring out arrows.
Trust
I'm
me, I
short.
understand the pain
wanna
of.
go-
Shoot.
Do you want to go in front of me? Because then you can shoot over Kelmorn if you have to. I'll get
You know,
behind you
I
if
was
you'd
tired
rather.
of being, you know, a tall person in real life. So
Yeah, but I
I'm
still have to
just
have.
gonna
I have to have
whoosh.
range.
At this point, I need you to go ahead and make a check for me, Kelmorn.
what type of check would you like?
You're trying to recall the path that you took to go through the temple, so I will let you decide.
I think that would probably be a wisdom check. And unfortunately, it's not going to be a charisma check because that would be the best.
You do have advantage.
Well, I hope so because the first roll is a 5. And the next one's a 2, so we're going with the 5.
Oh my goodness. So you find yourself at this point in the map, and you're not exactly sure where to go next. That part is a little hazy to you.
I will stop, put my hand to my head.
We might go and find some unknown. I can't really remember that well. But I'm gonna continue leading.
And I'm going to continue going south. Probably towards that red bear there that looks like a trap. I'm going to go to that.
Okay. You head over there and go ahead and give me a perception check. Whoever, I'll say Kelmorn and Kyrie can give me perception checks since they're both up front.
Perception.
Now, is this area like dark?
It's
Or-
pretty damn dark. There's no like torches lit or anything. A 1.
Okay.
I got 25.
Well,
25.
For a total of 2.
So Kelmorn, you almost walk into this, and Kyrie, you see Kelmorn almost walk into a not very well hid pit trap in front of you.
Come on, watch where you're going. Look.
I look down.
Well, that's inconvenient.
Could have been a lot inconvenient, yeah.
Sorry, it's
Are you distracted?
You can go ahead and give me another check, Kelmorn, to get your way through this temple.
I'll help you.
DM, Edmund's going to take 2d6 of slashing damage because he does not have dark vision. He's human, and basically light his swords up. That way he can have some sort of like light.
Okay.
That is going to be 17.
Yeah, it makes sense why you were kind of just in the back. You were just blindly following, like...
Yeah.
17? Alright. You're able to remember that you have to go a bit more east before going south.
Right.
So you're thankfully able to avoid having to deal with that particular trap.
Is it dark in here?
Yes.
Okay.
Edmund just lit his swords, so you currently do have some light emanating off of those.
hey.
Alright. I can cast light.
Now, do I think to
No.
go up the stairs there or go south?
You you believe that your first instinct of going south is correct.
Start heading south.
All right.
You're gonna trust the DM?
Yeah.
You head south and you come to what appears to be a dead end, except that there is something scrawled across the wall here. This part doesn't look familiar to you. What languages can y'all read?
Common, gnomish, and deep.
Okay. And what
I
about?
have abyssal, common, elvish, and undercommon.
Okay.
Until next level.
Common, Elvish, and Infernal.
Okay. Jalen?
I don't remember. Where do I find that at? Oh, there it is. Celestial, Common, Dwarvish, Elvish, Gnomish, and Goblin.
You are
I don't
able
have
to
so many.
read the Celestial.
Oh.
Let's see. Let me find the exact. It will. The temple also has constantly smelled of books, and as you're reading this, you can hear the vague sounds of echoing footsteps up the stairways you did not go.
Do I hear there's footsteps?
Yes, as you read.
As I read.
The message says, "It can't be seen, can't be felt, can't be heard, and can't be smelt. It lies behind stars and under hills, and empty holes it fills. It comes first and follows after, ends life and kills laughter. What is it?"
Someone read that to everybody. So, read that again. I'm
Silence.
sorry.
You get one more time. It can't be seen, it can't be felt, can't be heard, and can't be smelt. It lies behind stars and under hills, and empty holes it fills. It comes first and follows after, ends life and kills laughter. What is it?
Darkness.
You feel like you're on to
And
You feel like you're onto something with it, so what do?
I'm gonna cover up my light.
You extinguish your light spell?
Yep.
Admin, I
Admin.
think you have to drop them. I'll hold your hand.
Put my swords away.
You put your swords away, and as soon as you extinguish the light, you hear the grinding of stone on stone. Those of you with dark vision can see it, but even Edmund can feel it as the wall before you slides into the ground. On the other side, you see a large ceremonial room lit with magical torches.
Oh, thank the Lord. I picked flame for a reason, guys. Flame for a reason.
I will stop everyone and cast aid.
As you go into the room, on the other side, you see a snake-like creature that suddenly stands erect from its coil, its eyes gleaming with beastly intelligence tempered by an ironclad sense of duty.
Do I get my spell?
You get your spell off. It's just watching you currently.
I'm assuming Edmund can see this creature, right?
Yes, it's lit in the room. You all can see the creature.
Do I have any idea what it is?
You can roll nature, history, or survival.
Survival.
But it looks like a normal cobra, right?
No, this thing is large. Like, if you look on the map, it's taking up 4 spaces. It's a big snake.
Oh.
It's a
Okay.
21.
Don't hurt it, guys.
Well,
You
is
Looking at
it
us.
Fey, Fiend, Undead, or Celestial?
It is. Let me pull it up. The information. I don't believe so, but
Okay, because if it is, then that's a 21. If it's not, it's a 10.
okay.
Blood
Oh.
Hunters are a complicated class. Like I get certain things I get advantage on, like if it's Fey, Fiend, Undead, stuff like that.
It is
But if
not.
it's
It is a monstrosity.
Alright, so then it's just a 10.
All right. You've heard of large snakes that don't attack immediately as protectors. You've never heard of them being this large, but you haven't heard much about them other than when they don't attack, they're usually protecting something.
As a player, I'm scared it's a Gorgon. As a player, that's
I will move up. I have my shield in my sheath or on my belt.
What's your movement?
25.
25. All right.
So it's a monstrosity, not a beast?
Correct.
Okay. Well, that takes care of speak with animals.
Do the rest of you follow, or are you staying back?
How far are we away now?
You are 88 feet.
So I'll stay back there, just notch my arrow.
And I will have.
I'm gonna go with Kelmorn. Just
Okay.
not I don't have my weapons drawn because I'm not trying to like intimidate or act as though like I'm gonna instigate something, but more so there as support. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Kyrie, what are you doing?
I'm gonna go forward too.
Okay. Are you going to stay behind Calmorn, or are you going to try and stay with him, or...
I'll stay like a 5-foot square behind him on his left side.
Alrighty. You approach, and again, it seems to be watching you. You see its large snake tongue flicker out. And those of you that know anything about snakes know that's how they smell. And it seems like it's assessing you, figuring out why you're there.
As I move forward, I'll just speak.
We are not here to cause stress or violence. We are here in search of something for our own. You let us pass peacefully.
And you see it stays still for a moment, pausing, before slithering off to one side. As it does, it moves its tail to open the large marble ornate doors that were behind it. It's pulling open, across which you can now see a massive statue of Ioun on the other side, holding out an outstretched hand with a book inside of it.
I'm going straight for that. I am not even paying attention to the snake, so if it does attack, it would probably have advantage.
Edmund, first things first, Edmund, as you see the statue, flashes of your dreams of the calming woman fill your mind, and you feel like this is her, the familiar woman who's been soothing you in your dreams. Calmorn, you see the outstretched hand. Flashes of your dreams and the hand offered to you each time. This is that outstretched hand you know. Then flashes of the dream falling, the book below you changing, the one in front into the one in front of you now. The book calls to you without words, like a magnetic pull. So you go all the way up to it?
I go all the way up to it, and I'm grabbing it. Very
Okay.
slowly and revered like.
Edmund's gonna move forward and just try and get a better look at the statue, because as a player and in my mind as Edmund, it's like he can place the person or the statue, and he knows logically it's Ioun, but like it's gears are turning in his head almost. It's like, wait a minute.
Okay. Kyrie, Jalen, do you all go forward?
Yep.
Do you go all the way up with Calmar, and do you stay back with Edmund, Kyrie?
I'm gonna go up, kind of in between the two of them.
Okay. And
I'm up next to Edmund.
Okay. So Calmorn, do you grab for the tome? As soon as you grab for the tome, your other arm gets wrapped by black chains that squeeze around you. You can feel the pull of Tharizdun demanding you come back to him. Your other hand is still free, inches from the tome.
Do we as the party see these chains?
You do.
Edmund's just gonna cut his arm and just try and slash at it.
Okay, go ahead and roll to attack. What?
I am going to dislocate my shoulder. So I have that little extra inch to grab the book.
Okay.
That's an 8 to hit on the first one.
You go to hit and realize that your sword goes completely through the chains. So it's perfect that you got. As you dislocate your shoulder to get that last bit to finally reach the tomb, you feel yourself taking 2 damage, we'll say, from these chains pulling on your arm. But as soon as you place your hand on the tomb, the chains are gone.
Whoa.
That welcoming peace.
And I would say that as I'm doing this, dislocating your shoulder freaking hurts.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It means my shield arm.
You don't need it.
Come on, are you okay?
As you grab the tome, the chains on your arm fade away. But so does everything around you. You find yourself trapped in this ethereal plane. You see the book far away from you now, and there are chains forming between you and the book, trying to block you. You hear the familiar voice of Ioun saying, "He's trying to pull you back. He's trying to keep you from your true capability. You must resist him. You are strong enough." And you can see this darkness pressing in around the book, as if Tharizdun himself is just trying to consume her.
I am going to cast Divine Favor on myself. I am going to take out my Warhammer, and I'm going to dump a max level Divine Smite. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to use one of my Channel Divinities to gain advantage on this strike. Whatever's holding this book, and then I'm going to do a Divine Smite.
All right, go ahead and roll for it.
Alrighty. So advantage.
And do us, the three of us, do we see any like chains, anything, or is it just sort of like Kelmorn standing still?
Like blanked out.
You all feel a moment of panic. As soon as Kelmorn touches the book, he disappears from your vision, as does the book.
That is going to be 24 to hit.
That hits. Go ahead.
That's going to be 7, 11 plus. Plus 4 divine spell. Sorry. Right now it's 11 damage. It's 7 damage plus I do an additional d4 radiant. Favor. Divine smite is going to be additional 3d8. So we're at 11 plus an additional 15 radiant as well.
So 26.
And that's my first attack.
Okay. You feel the words of Ayun surge through you as you push forward and attack the very darkness itself around this book. And you're able to push through enough where you hear screeching and you get to the book and you're back in that temple. You all see Kelmorn reappear with the book in his hands. I need each of you to roll a percentile. So that's like the 10 and 1's place. As a large blast of warm, not damaging radiant energy just expunges from Kelmorn and this book as they reappear. The once dull, gray, black, cloudy stone is now all a vibrant white marble like the doors that the snake had opened.
I will probably go down to one knee upon returning, because that was a big...
31.
31?
26.
26? Kyrie?
I don't know how to do that.
So
If you... I'm sorry, go ahead, Damon.
you basically go ahead and roll one of your little percentile dice and a tens. This basically acts as the tens place and the ones place.
Okay.
Or if you're on D&D Beyond and you hit
Yeah.
the D20, if you go up, it's D100. It's like almost right in the middle. It is right in the middle.
Okay. Okay. All right. Hold on.
No margaritas today, Damon.
Good.
It was margarita and hot tub. I think
What did you get? Sorry, Heidi?
99.
99. Okay. Very nice. Kelmorn.
Oh, I need to do it as well. Okay, my fault.
Mm-hmm.
74.
Alrighty. So, Edmund and Jalen, you all gained the knowledge that the temple has been restored to what it once was, which means that pieces of the mountain have fallen out of the way to reveal this temple once more, and you can feel the ground shaking beneath you as it happens. Kelmorn, yours was 70... what?
74.
74. There is a living being within your group under the effect of true polymorph. You do not know who. Kyrie, you learn of a special plant that only grows in the bioluminescent garden in the temple. This plant can be brewed into a special tea said to grant visions of the thing the consumer is seeking.
Ooh. I'm going to tell everybody that. Like, we could go on a vision quest, you guys.
got
That's a
shrooms.
good idea.
I got shrooms.
I
I
think we
don't.
should
I don't
definitely
know
do
if we
that.
should do them at the same time.
But I have a question for everyone. If one of us happened to learn something about somebody here, and say it was about you, something that you might not want everybody to know, would you want that person to be honest with the group?
I mean, yeah. Like, I turn into a fucking werewolf. Like, think that's easy. Like, I've got half of y'all want to cuddle me every time we go to fucking sleep, so.
Oh, you're so funny. I can't help it.
What about you, Jalen and Kiri?
Ember just
I got-
nuzzles up on Edmund's leg.
I got nothing. I don't know.
Kiri?
I mean, I don't know. It is this something that they even know about?
I don't know.
I
Now
mean,
it
if
could
was
be one of our
something about
pets.
me that's true. If it was something about me that I didn't know, I would want to know because there's a hell of a lot about my life that I don't know about, and I'm trying to learn. So
One of us is under the effect of a true polymorph spell.
like, what does that do?
Can I roll an Arcana?
Sure
Plus
can.
0 and non-proficient.
Since you,
Upon
since you are the one who gained the knowledge, I will allow you to. 9. You are not sure.
well, hearing the name of the spell, can I do an Arcana check?
I'm sure.
Alright, here we go. +6, baby. 24!
Very nice.
Nice.
You would definitely know the effects of true polymorph.
Basically, one of us may not be who we say we are, or who we act to be. And Edmund is going to eye Ember. Just look at Ember, because in his head, Ember is the only one that can't speak out.
Ember
So
just kind
it's
of
like-
cocks her head to the side. In that cute
You
little puppy
give-
way.
You give the full description of true power.
I'd have to pull it up, but I can.
No, I'm just saying, asking if you do.
Like in character, yeah.
Yeah, I would. I just, off the top of my head, like, I don't know the full spell description.
Well, I think it's probably Bob then. Because Bob was a stuffed animal, and now
Well, I'm gonna stay next to Ember, but like it's not Ember.
Bob was a stuffed animal. Now he's not.
Hmm.
Pseudo dragon.
Oh,
Wait a minute. Who hasn't gone unconscious in this group?
Me?
I don't know
I don't
if
even
I
sleep.
have or not.
Cameron, didn't
No,
you
I mean,
almost get
like,
one
just
hit last
above-
time?
Above
Almost,
game talk.
But I haven't went unconscious though.
No, I haven't either.
Above game talk, like, just, like, metagaming almost. Well, metagaming. Like, we've all, at one point, gone unconscious, right? Or is that just me thinking like we all have?
But it doesn't matter if it concentrate for the full hour. It lasts until the spell.
Yeah, until
Okay.
spelled, sorry. Oh.
Well, if it's one of you, it's one of you. If it's not, then it's probably Bob. I'm not too worried about it, and I think I need to,
I start looking at the book.
Okay. You take time to look through the book. What are the rest of you doing?
Is the snake still looking at us, or is it just like it, or did it just fuck off and mind its own business?
It's still staying where it was. It's very docile, but it is keeping an eye specifically on Kelmorn and the book.
I'm just gonna watch it, see if it. This is gonna be weird, but could I tell if it's trying to like stay being docile, or if its body's like trying to be like aggressive, like waiting for the right moment?
Like, it's taking
Roll a
posture.
survival check.
Oh.
Survival. All right.
Or insight. I'll let you choose.
Oh, and I will try to put my.
That's a natural 20 on survival.
Very nice. You get the feeling that this is definitely one of those snakes that is here to guard something, and it is probably guarding this book. You feel like it is not attacking you because you are not taking the book out of the room. It's very much guarding that threshold, though.
Do we need to leave with this book, or... Because I have a feeling if we try and leave, that thing is going to try to attack us.
I have the sense that we would have to leave. We were supposed to recover this book, but we might have just already done what we had to.
You get the sense that as far as the book is concerned, this specific mission is complete. You have awoken the Temple of Ayun. You have brought her back to the realm of Teltadore.
I will try to.
Kiri's just like looking at her hands and her hair and just like staring, like just.
I want to
If
invest.
she can, like, just like kind of poking her skin, like.
Just waiting to go to the garden.
I'm gonna try to put my
She's
shoulder.
She's worried she might be polymorphed, so she's like,
Oh.
like checking, yeah, like, yeah, it's like.
I'm gonna try to put my shoulder back in the socket.
Okay. Let's have you do a medicine check.
Eight.
You attempt to, and it fucking hurts. You can't, like, get enough through the pain to be able to put it back to where it's supposed to be.
I will go up to a wall and slam it into the wall.
Wait, I can try.
I don't know. My initiative is 0, so I probably would.
Okay, so, Jalen, go ahead.
9.
Not much better.
Sorry.
Oh, come here, Kelmore, let me do it. Hey, what's that over there? I try to distract him, and then I'm just gonna like.
Go ahead.
My insight is actually a +4, so I'm gonna roll it. That's a 7. I'm like,
Oh, I rolled a 24 on a medicine check, so.
Nice.
Very nice. You distract him, and then just very swiftly, pop, right back into place. It's still painful, but it's where it should be now.
I am going to try to read through this book as best as I can really quickly, because I know we should go and try to get that. Any insight that I can gain would be helpful.
You skim the contents of the book, and it seems as if the words are appearing before your eyes. Like they weren't there previously, but they're being written as you go to read the book. And you see it speaking of curses befalling the land, of items being brought back that were thought to be gone. Do you place the book back?
I'm going to keep on reading.
Okay.
Speed reader.
At this point, you hear the snake begin hissing outside the door.
I'll put
gotta
the book back.
go.
I'll pick. Calmorn's picking up what the DM's putting down. So he's going to put down the book.
From that last little stretch, like, of trying to read it while you're putting it down, You're able to get that someone is behind the curses and the objects.
And I will share this part.
Well, let's go find this tea that we need to make.
Are you going to exit? As soon as you put the book back, the giant Naga just goes back to fully docile position. Still watching, but fully, like, coiled and down.
I will definitely exit and start going towards the other path.
Okay, so towards the stairs. Wee. 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 Are you going to go up the stairs or are you going to go north?
Up the stairs.
Alright. I need you to go ahead and, well, you tell me what you do. Let me get you all on the stairs first. As the door behind the stairs closes, the door in front of you is currently closed as well, and you feel pressure underneath your foot drop.
Oh no.
You guys have 5 seconds to react. I will give Edmund 5 seconds to react when he gets back.
I would like to do a quick perception check just to see if I can see any holes in the wall.
Step back. Stepping back.
Dropping down.
Dropping down for holes in the ground, you step back. Alright. Edmund, you have 5 seconds. The trap is going off. What do you do? 5, 4, 3. You jump. Okay. You go down. You go back. You jump. Kyrie, what do you do?
I'm gonna jump out of the way.
Jump. Okay. So 2 jumpers, diver, and a back. Okay. The 2 of you that jumped need to make Constitution saving throws at disadvantage.
You get a +5 on your save if you're within 10 feet of me.
Jalen, I need you to make a Constitution save regular. Cameron, you do not have to make one.
I got a 1.
Wait,
I got a
wait,
1.
We get a +5.
If you are within 10 feet.
Which you are. You're all crammed in this staircase.
18.
Paladins, baby.
Well, my first one was 23 without adding a 5.
Very nice.
28.
The other one
Good.
was 21 without adding a 5. And it would be 5, so it just rolled the 21. So
Okay.
if I need the +5, other, I will.
+5 is automatic, so it's not. It's just.
Okay, so then 26 is my lowest.
Okay. Jalen, what did you get? Oh no! How did the ones with disadvantage roll better than the...
Where's the bomb, Kyrie?
Well, I do have a +7, so that helps a lot.
As you go to step back, you see as poisonous gas pulls from the top, and you guys had taken a breath before jumping to prepare yourself for the jump so you don't immediately get hit with it, but Jalen, you do, and you are currently poisoned, and you take 1 poison damage.
1?
Yeah.
Okay.
The poison is continuing to fill the room. You all have 6 seconds before deciding what to do next.
We're in the hallway, right?
In the stairs.
I try to push the door open.
You go to push the door open. Make a Constitution saving throw.
Who's in front of me?
15.
You've got Calmorn all the way in the front. Kyrie's behind Calmorn. Then it's Jalen. Then it's Edmund.
So I was going to run up and try to help do the door as well.
Okay.
Open.
Constitution saving throw. What was yours, Calmorn?
15.
Okay, you succeed. You're okay.
8.
+5.
13.
All right. You do not take further poison damage, but you are still poisoned, so you just take 3 poison damage. All right. So go ahead and roll strength check with advantage to get this door open. Kelmore, or Edmund, Kyrie, what are you guys doing?
I'm gonna help him push the door.
Okay.
'Cause I'm
Natural 20.
13. My
I'm
dice
just
do not like me.
gonna
Natural.
keep an eye out on behind us.
Okay. You charge the door and you manage to bust it open, the poison gas quickly being dispelled in the room ahead of you, making a very loud thud as you go through to the other side. You see some remnants of a campsite left. Bedrolls abandoned in this room.
Definitely investigate those.
Okay.
Well, too.
There we go. Now I'm rolling good. 22.
Okay.
Find old socks.
You go through the bed rolls and you find that one of them appears as if it is still zipped up, as if someone had been like just yoinked right out of it. The other has been clearly ripped open.
Weapons at the ready now. Continue on.
Alrighty.
Edmund's gonna cut his other arm and light up his other sword again.
Which way do you all go? You do not have guidance in here anymore, Kelmorn. This is unexplored.
I'm going to. We have a path to the north, and then we have doors to our right. I'm gonna go to the and leave the door there.
You're gonna go north?
Yep.
Okay. I assume you all follow?
I'm gonna be at the ready, looking around.
Yeah.
Okay.
After seeing those.
Go ahead and roll perception check for me.
Oh boy, my big old +1. That's a 20. Dirty.
Very nice. You all managed to see as 4 spiders, one of them a strange blue color, all of them enormous. Go ahead and roll initiative.
Yes! My favorite fucking part.
4.
Fuck.
8.
13.
10.
Nope.
Oh, would that time that we spent with book reading, would that have constituted a short rest?
Sure. All right. Ryan got a 4. What did you get, Kyrie?
8.
8. All right.
Sorry, did you hear me?
Hmm?
I said that time with the book, would that have constituted a short
Yes, you
rest?
did get a short rest. All right. Edmund, what did you get?
I got a 10.
Oh, boy. Jalen, what did you get?
13.
This will be fun.
No, I'm gonna die.
Alrighty. Let's get this going for the critters. That's for the blue one. That's okay.
Wow.
And there. All right, first up is the phase spider, who waits until he sees what looks like some chewy prey and goes for Jalen.
No.
Ew.
Say ew. I'm tasty.
Does a
No, I mean spiders.
does a 16 hit?
It matches, right? If it equals my armor,
Yes.
it hit. Yes.
Alrighty. So you will take 6 piercing damage, and you must make a Constitution saving throw. You are still poisoned from the
God,
gas.
I still got a 1.
Oh,
my
goodness.
luck.
Oh boy.
By the way, poisoned, you have disadvantage on your attack.
Thanks.
You take 18 poison damage as you feel an excruciatingly burn, like sting, as this thing bites into your shoulder and you feel the poison pulse through you.
Well, 18 points, that definitely hurt. Definitely hurt. Yeah, that hurt. Really hurt.
And you are paralyzed.
I'm poisoned and paralyzed?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's when he goes to 0.
It's only when it at 0?
Yep. It says
Okay.
if the poison damage reduces the target 20 hit points, the target is stable but poisoned for an hour even after regaining hit points and is paralyzed.
Okay. We'll go with that then. We'll go with if you're
wait.
dropped to 0. We'll keep that paralyzed off there.
Okay.
For an hour.
Alrighty. Next
That
in the pecking
hurts.
order is Jalen. So you get to make your retort.
Well, considering I had my bow and arrow, I guess okay, so I need to put my longbow away and get my short swords out.
You can drop your stuff as a free action and take out your other weapons as a bonus.
Okay, but I don't have the stats on the flaming sword, but it's not a flame, so it's a normal short sword?
Yeah, just go with normal short sword until
Okay.
it's on fire.
Alright, so I just gotta look at something real quick. Alright, so for my bonus action, I'm gonna do a hunter's mark on it.
Okay.
Alright, and so I have to attack with disadvantage, right?
Because you're poisoned, yes.
First attack. 17.
A 17 hits.
Alright. Second attack. Oh, sorry. Let me do the second one. Oh man, let's do the second one. Oh, they got the same thing. 27.
Alright, that hits.
Alright, so first one is going to be 7 points. Second one is going to be 11 points. And I think it's my hunter's mark is 1d6. It's an additional 4 points.
Okay.
Not bad.
Alrighty.
Now, real quick, I have a question because I have the whatchamacallit, where if it goes below the Colossus Slayer, if it goes, I get an extra 1d8 if it goes below maximum hit point. But does that count since I hit the first one? It went below maximum hit point. So do I get that, or do I wait till my next turn?
I'm not too familiar with that one. Do you know, Knight's Fall?
Yes, after his first attack, if it's lower than the maximum, let me just read it real quick to make sure I am understanding it correctly. But yes, he would get an additional D8 on the second attack. Give me 2 seconds. And I will verify. You are the hunter, correct?
Hunter's Prey.
When you hit a creature with a weapon attack, the creature takes an additional D8 damage if it's below its hit point maximum. You can deal the tick damage only once per turn.
So on the second
attack.
one, yes.
Yes.
All right. So 1d8. Roll.
But what that would also mean is that it's
Additional
going to
8.
deal.
What
Sorry,
was-
go ahead.
No, do your damage first.
I did. It was 8 points.
Nice.
What I'm saying is that the first attack that hits, that's where it's going to do its damage. You can't pick and choose. Like, you can't say, oh, I got a natural 20 on my second attack, I'm going to do that additional D8 to that much more. It would always be on the first attack.
Oh, so I don't
That-
get on the first
That
one.
hits. No, the first attack that.
That
I'm
hit.
saying for subsequent rounds.
Got it.
So you wouldn't, yeah.
So you can't,
Okay.
like, stack the deck.
Got it.
Unlike features like Divine Smite or Eldritch Smite, where you can do it until you can pick to do it after the roll.
Okay.
It's not that same effect. So.
All right, which brings us to Edmund, who's munching away.
He's in there eating.
Here we go.
Sees me getting hit by a
Pizza time.
spider.
Pizza time. Alright. So Edmund is going to run up and get behind the spider that is right in front of Jalen, the one that fucked him up,
Okay.
Damn, good, too.
and take 2 attacks. Now, would I be considered flanking at this point in time? And if
I mean, if you're next to Jalen, it's not really flanking. If you want to try and go around.
yeah, I'd like to try and go around it.
All right. You go around. Go ahead.
2 attacks so far.
Hey. Roll to hit.
26 on the first.
Hits. Go ahead and roll damage on that before you roll on the second one.
Oh, alrighty. So and the next one's a 22 to hit. So on the first one, that's 5 points of slashing damage. I'm gonna do a D6 of fire damage because flaming sword. That's 5 points of fire damage. So 10 points total. And then on the second attack.
Well,
is-
you eviscerate and burn this thing on the first one. You see this massive spider just chomp down on Jalen, and you swerve around as Jalen is attacking this creature. And while it's distracted, you get in a real nice hit and just cleave through its abdomen, singeing the hairs on the body of the spider as you do so.
Okay, how much movement would I have spent to get around?
That was 17 feet of movement.
17. Can I get to another target within that time? Or
Yes.
Alright. I want to get to the next closest target and make an attack. Because I killed it in 1 attack, right?
Yes.
So I still have another attack action.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. Yeah. I want to get to the next closest one and take another swing at it. Or take a
Okay.
swing at it. Alrighty. Here we go. This one's just a straight roll. That's a 21 to hit.
That hits.
Alrighty. Guys, I'm actually hitting things.
No, I took your failure curse.
Yeah. So 7 points of slashing. Now let me do D6 of fire. That's 2 points of fire damage.
Okay.
Bonus action attack. Here we go, cause dual wielding, motherfuckers. Natural 20. Total of 27.
Very nice. That hits. Roll your damage.
Alrighty. 7 points of piercing damage, slashing damage. Then let me do my D6 of fire damage.
Make sure you're
It's
doubling all
another
your
2.
dice.
Oh, so that 7 would be 14? And then the 2 damage, the 2 fire damage would be doubled to 4?
Okay. So 18 total?
Yeah, 18 total.
All right. And you proceed to almost catching the spider off guard as it was going to attempt to approach you, and you just catch it right in those massive, awful eyes as you bring your sword down and cleave through that one as well.
I killed both of them?
And that's 20. You literally had one more damage than you needed in order to get this thing gone.
How does it feel to actually kill something? Because you never kill anything in any game.
I never kill anything.
And you just wrecked 2 of them.
Yeah. That's gonna be my turn. I'm saving my action surge.
Alright, Kyrie.
Let's see. I'm going to do healing word on Jalen. I'll do it at, let's see, 2nd level. So yeah,
What do
10
you
points
say?
back.
What do you say as you cast this healing word?
I fucking hate spiders!
And somehow you feel a sensation of warmth and healing just from knowing you have to protect poor Kyrie from these god-awful spiders. You don't want her to get bit like you just did.
And then I can do a cantrip, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna firebolt the spider at the top in the corner
You got it.
for 18 fire damage.
Very nice.
So how many healing points did I get back?
10.
And I'm still poisoned?
Yes. Poison
Got you.
lasts until your lesser restoration, I believe.
I was hoping.
I got you.
Alright. Is that your turn, Kyrie?
Kelmorn will try to yell something during Kyrie's turn if he can.
Okay, free action, I'll allow it.
Back up!
Do you back up, Kyrie?
Yeah, I will go, I guess, where to the left of the screen, so I'm further, closer to the dead pair than the
Okay.
live pair.
Alrighty. Alright. That brings us to the spider's turn. Let's see. This one is going to go and attack Edmund, who has eviscerated 2 of its friends.
It's like, bring it.
Motherfucker. Bring it.
Alright, let's see. That is a 21 to hit.
That hits.
Go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Am I within 10 feet of... No, I don't think I am, so...
Nope, you are just out of that range.
Oh, that's 6.
As you take 12 piercing damage. Or no, not 12, 11 piercing damage. And then... Let's see, 2d8. And then 12 poison damage.
Fuck. Alrighty, that's not looking good.
You are now poisoned.
That's fine. That's fine.
Alrighty. That brings us to the other spider, who is going to go after the one that's already the most hurt, which is Jalen.
Alright.
That is a 14 to hit.
Nope.
So that's a miss. Which brings us to Kelmorn, finally!
You're muted. Okay.
So can Kelmorn obviously see Jalen being poisoned? Like it
Yes.
determine that?
Like, there is very clearly a massive bite with, like, veins that are visible.
So
He got hit
seeing that
hard.
So seeing that Kyrie is out of danger, because again, he's probably going to be more protective of Kyrie, because he was nice to him, even when he was crazy. Helmorn is going to run up next to Jalen, and I'm going to hold my weapon in one hand and reach out with the other, just say,
Knowing Mistress knows her pain, we'll get through this.
as I dump 5 points of my divine, my lay on hands to eliminate his.
Huzzah! You are no longer poisoned, Jalen.
Finally.
And that is my action.
So no hit points, just assassin
Nope,
poison.
I can either do the hit points or the poison, and I'm
Got it.
really healing to Kyrie. I'm the medic. I'm the stabilizer. But then I'm going to. I can't. I mean, he's right on you, so I can't interpose, and I can't attack this turn. So that's my turn.
Okay.
Actually, let's see. Do I have? Hold on. I do want to see if I have any bonus actions. Bonus action. I am going to use my harness divine power and regain a second level spell slot.
Alrighty. That brings us back to you, Jalen. Admin on deck.
Alright, let's go swinging at the. So I'm gonna take my the hunter's mark to put on that spider, and let's go swinging. $18.
That hits.
Second one. 13.
That's a miss.
Alright, so the first one is an 8. Plus my hunter's mark is another 3. And you said because I hit on the first one, I get the Colossus.
You would get the Colossus on this one. Yeah.
On the first one, yes.
Roll. Another 4.
Okay, so what's your total?
Oh, I told you. 8, 3, 11, 15 total.
Okay. Alrighty.
Die, spider, die.
Edmund, you're up.
Alrighty, quick question. These things have blood, right?
Yes.
Okay, blood maledict. So, I'm going to slash my left arm, taking a d6 of damage, and I'm going to curse the one right in front of me, or right next to me. So I take 1 point of damage, and I am doing Blood Curse of the Marked, and I am going to amplify it, so I take another d6 of damage. Shit. That's not what I wanted. That's 6 points of damage. I'm fucking myself up. But because I amplified it, my next attack roll has advantage, but since I'm poisoned, it's a regular roll. So I'm gonna go swinging on the first one. That's a 13 to hit.
That's a miss.
Alright. Disadvantage on the next one. A 16 to hit on the second.
Hits.
Please tell me that hits.
That hits, yes.
Oh, okay, cool. All right. And so I am doing it's a D8 plus 4. So 12 points of damage. Like slashing damage. And then I get to roll 2d6 for the fire damage, which is 5 points of fire damage. Do I do it?
You eviscerate this thing once more. You are just sick of these motherfucking spiders in this motherfucking temple. Thank you for the lurk, Gaymer.
And so I'm going to run over to that other spider.
Okay.
Hey,
You are flanking with Jalen.
Yeah, but I'm poisoned, so it's just a straight roll. So, bonus action attack. That's an 11.
That misses.
Action surge.
Hmm.
Fuck it. I'm fucking tired, dude. Fuck these spiders. So, 2 more attacks.
Is Edmund gonna kill every single spider?
Fine with that. That's good.
That's another 11.
That's a miss.
Come on, be good, be better. 19 to hit.
That hits. There we go. Come on. Roll high damage.
8 points of slashing damage. And then a d6 of fire damage. Five points of fire damage.
How do you want to do this?
Yes, I killed every single one of them motherfuckers. Alright. Can I see its like fangs?
Absolutely.
Alright, so I whiff on my first attack, but then I follow through. So like I sort of want to like whiff, take both my swords and just jam it into the side of its head.
And you do so, and you hear the crunch of the exoskeleton followed by the squish of its innards and guts as you just shish kebab this thing right through its head.
Any more, you fuckers? I'm fucking hurt. Just so you know, I'm fucking hurt.
Edmund, come here, please. Come here.
I gotta give props. That was an awesome moment for Edmund, just wrecking the shit out of those spiders.
Well, I used everything in my arsenal. Like,
And it paid off.
yeah, the one thing I didn't use was my hybrid, but Edmund's gonna walk up to Kelmorn breathing heavy. I fucking hate spiders. You have no idea.
They're so gross. You're my hero, Edmund.
I think that we definitely got the point that you don't like spiders.
And I will lay hands on him. And for 5 more points, remove the poison.
Huzzah, you are no longer poisoned.
And then I will say,
Well, do we want to take a short rest here, or do we want to press off?
Oh, I think we could all use a rest.
Should we go back to the room we were just in with the beds? Or find somewhere safer?
Well, I think this place would be safe because obviously this is their lair. Should investigate it somehow. But anything that would probably be afraid of these spiders would not come Do you want to rest for a long period of time or just a short?
I can do a short rest. Like I don't need to sleep. I'm good for a while.
Out of character, I don't think we can do a short rest. We can't take like multiple short rests in between a long rest.
Oh.
I mean, that's up to Damien. I don't think.
Who's hurt?
I'm a little
Above
hurt.
Above game talk, I am at half health. But I still have my second win.
So Edmund's
Honestly, I
fairly
think we
hurt.
should take a long
Jalen's a
rest.
little hurt. You guys have used up some spells, some ammo, some. Well, no, I don't think anybody actually fired a ranged weapon, so no ammo.
I think a long rest is in store here.
I mean, I can give us a hut to be safe in if we take a long rest, just in case.
So you guys are gonna long rest in the middle of the temple?
I think that's a very good idea to use the hut. And when we are done, Kyrie, I will give you protection.
Okay.
All right, so you all go ahead and set up the tiny hut and prepare to take your long rest, and that is where we will end session tonight. It's a little early, but I'm still recovering from being sick, so please forgive me.
Yeah.
Understandable. I also
Totally
might need
understandable.
a little bit of rest too. So
Yeah.
That was hella exciting.
props on Edmund.
Yeah, epic gamer moment right there.
Yeah. I didn't expect to do so well, honestly. Like, after last session, like, and fumbling all the time, like, it's good to get back.
This was your revamp. This was your I'm back, bitches.
Yeah. No,
Yeah, this was
and
me bumbling this time.
yeah, it's because you sat next to me. Take care.
Oh.
Yeah, I can
If
do.
we pass it around the table, it'll be fine.
Nope. Nope.
But
I'm passing.
before Kyrie rests, she's just gonna kind of sit and pull her skin, and she's just really worried about the whole
The true polymorph thing.
And before we do rest, I will cast protection poison on Kyrie.
Okay. You all get your long rest in, and not only do you get your long rest in, but for awakening the powers of a god in the realm, as well as this amazing encounter, you will get a level.
Yay.
By the way, now I
Yes.
can read all writing. By the way, just so you know.
Gymnast pose.
I get my Eldritch invocations. I can read all writing. And I have
Awesome.
120 dark vision, and I can see through magical darkness.
So that's very exciting. We'll see how that comes soon, and we'll see the consequences for long resting in the middle of a temple that they haven't explored yet.
Oh, whoa, wait, what?
We're gonna go ahead and roll credits and rate someone.
What? Hold up. Hold up.
And
You said consequences, right?
No.
thank you
No.
for staying around the whole
Consequences
time,
are
Cena, and good night, everyone. You all are lovely people. Thank you for sticking around so long. We all
Bye.
appreciate it.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, I'm about to roll for my